This is the plaintiff, Shanice Brown. She says she was shopping at a clothing store with the defendant and dropped her rent money totaling $540 in cash. As soon as she realized, she called the shop. They told her they found some money and informed her the defendant claimed it as being hers. The snarky woman has her money. She knows it, so she's suing for $540 and wants it returned immediately. This is the defendant, Megan Torres. She says she thought the money was hers at first, but once she checked and saw it wasn't, she gave it back to the plaintiff. Now the woman's claiming there was close to 3 times the amount she found. Something's not adding up with her story, and she has nothing to hide from the judge or anyone else. She's accused of trying to be a finder's keepers, not a loser's weepers. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $300 for harassment.
Shanice Brown, you are suing Megan Torres for $540 that you say she wrongfully took where you dropped.
Yes.
Tell me what happened here.
I was in a Deb store shopping for a dress for my grandmother's party. So I dropped $540 and...
You dropped how much?
$540.
How did you drop $540?
I had it in my wallet in this hand, and I guess it was open because I just took it out the ATM machine. So the zipper part was open because I needed to put $10 in it for my rent money, which is $550. So I bought a shirt out of the Deb store where I was trying on a dress. So I came out of there, tried on the dress, and I dropped the money out of the dressing room.
And how did it all fall out?
It was all folded up together.
Folded up?
Yeah.
Okay, so a nice little chunk that can fall out easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that was in one part of the zipper pocket. So I went back to the Deb store like an hour later, and she said that Megan and someone else that was in the store with her, Megan said that it was her money. She found it there.
Wait. You go back to the store, and do you go to that store a lot?
Yes, I go there all the time.
Okay, so you go back to the store, and who do you talk to?
I talked to the store manager. She's the one who picked it up.
Oh, it was the store manager? Mm-hmm. Because she ended up getting fired over this.
Yeah, she got fired because she gave me the place where she worked. She gave me the address. She wasn't supposed to.
So you go back to the store and you tell them, I've dropped $540. And the store manager, who's no longer there because she got fired, right? Mm-hmm. All right, the store manager ends up telling you, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah. She said, I felt so bad, I gave it to the 2 people that was in the store. She said, I felt that it wasn't their money because they didn't thank me for it. They didn't say nothing. They just shopped around. And she said that Frances said that if she come back from the store, from the foot doctor, which is right next door, if she has extra money left over, she'll bring whatever she didn't use back to the store.
Wait, who's saying that?
That's what the manager told me that Frances
Who would
said.
bring? You keep saying she, and I don't know who you're talking about.
It's Frances. It's the client.
Frances said that she would what?
She would bring back the leftover money from the foot doctor if she had leftover.
Of whose foot doctor?
Her foot doctor.
Frances'? Who's Frances?
Frances is the client that was the patient that she works for. She's a home health aide. Frances.
Who's a home health aide?
Me. Megan.
Megan is a home health aide. Okay. So go on.
So I called the police. I said I have to call the police because I need
Because
my
now
money.
you think Frances has taken your money?
Yeah, either one of them have it because I wasn't there. So the whole case is like a he say, she say thing. So I'm getting all my information from the store manager, which name is Joyce. So I called the police and do a report. But she gave me Frances' address before the cops even got there. I don't know how she get it. First she said that there was a layaway, and then she called me.
So that's what she got fired for, was for giving you a customer's address, which she shouldn't have been doing. Mm-hmm. All right, so now you go over there and you talk to her, and she says, I don't know what you're talking about.
She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't have my wallet on me. I thought I had money because I was buying a dress. So she said, I swear to God on everything that I own, there was only $120 there. I said, no, because I was just at the Deb store and the lady told the cop that she needed 2 hands to pick out the money because it was all scattered around. I'm sorry, didn't the manager tell the police how much money there was? Yeah, but I'm telling her to explain to her.
Okay, I need the police report. Do you have the police report?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, what happened here?
First of all, when she did come to speak with me...
No. You're at the store, and a manager says to you, hey, did you drop $540?
No,
what happened
this is what happened. We're waiting for my patient Frances' foot appointment. So we had time to spare before it was time for her appointment. It's around 10:30. Her appointment was at 10:30, so it was maybe 5 minutes before 10:30. We're in the store. She wants to get some stuff for her grandchildren. So Frances passes in front of me, and then I pass by. The store manager...
How does Frances pass? She just wheels herself?
No, she has an electric scooter.
Okay.
So she's in front of me, then I turn the corner and I go over there. The store manager stops me and said, hey, you drop your money. She picks it up. Yeah, she picks up with two hands because she's not going to just stop and pick one by one with just one hand. And it wasn't a lot of money. It was 820s. And she gave, at first I said sorry to my patient because I thought it was her money. Then I seen this bag open and I didn't see my money in it. My wallet was in my bag, but I didn't see my money in there because I needed $160 to pay for a $225 dress for my cousin's party that upcoming weekend.
So you took the money because you needed the money to pay for a dress?
No, that was my money.
But it wasn't your money.
I thought it was because I have it in a text message before I even went to the store that I had that amount of money.
Where was that amount of money? In your wallet?
It was supposed to be in my bag.
Are you trying to tell me that it turned out that that money was elsewhere? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what I found out afterwards. When she
Okay,
came
so
to
at
stop
the time you think it's your money, but don't you know whether you've dropped money or not?
my bag was
And don't
open.
you know where you've put your money?
My bag was open and I had my money in there. That's why I thought it was my money because I had no money in my bag. It was $820s, $160. And it was on the floor. The manager said I dropped my money. When we passed by, I didn't see
Who are you to
anything.
argue with the manager? You know that wasn't your money.
No, I thought it was my money.
Okay, so when does somebody tell you that the money wasn't yours?
The store manager called and said, well, no, she came up to me. She was like, oh, somebody called and said they dropped a lot of money. I was like, well, this money is mine because I don't have my money on me, so it would have to be mine because it's the same amount of money that I had.
Right.
So I left it at that. I'm still in the store. I didn't try to quickly get out of there or anything. So the van comes to pick us up around maybe like 3 o'clock. We're on our way to her house. We're in there for...
Her house being who?
Francis's house.
Don't use pronouns.
I'm sorry.
You're on your way to your patient's house,
to my
Francis.
patient Francis's house. When she comes to the house and was like, oh, you stole my money. I was like, whoa. I didn't steal any money there. The store manager said I dropped my money, and I picked it up thinking it was mine. And she gave it to me, and I thought it was mine because I have that amount of money. So I was like, oh, this could be a misunderstanding. I told her I have a text message saying to my father before I even came to the store that I had that amount of money that was in my possession. That's why I thought it was mine. I took out my other bag and brought it straight out to her with my phone, showing her the text messages. And I opened the bag, and that money was in there. I didn't even touch this bag that had the money the store manager gave me.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $820s, $160.
Okay. So you
And
take
I
it out of that
counted it- I
bag and you
counted
give
it.
her, according to you, the 820s.
I counted out in front of her.
According to you, what she says when she gets back to the house is what?
She said she goes in the house. She said that there was only $120 there. She said you could take the $100, so she gave me $100. She never said that there was only $160 or none of that. She said it was $120. She gave me back $100. She counted it in front of me. It was $120. She gave me $100, and she said in 2 weeks I have a good case. In 2 weeks I will give you the rest
I have a good
back.
what?
A good case. So she's working and getting good money on the hours. So
I have a good case. What does that mean?
That means she has a lot of hours and she's gonna have the money.
Okay.
So she said in 2 weeks, which
Did you tell her that you'd pay her the $540?
Well, she's telling me how, oh, something like this happened to her before, and she lost her job for 2 years, and I'm about to have triplets, and the whole sob story. And I felt bad, so I'm like, I really don't know what happens to the rest of your money. I don't have it. If I would have it,
So
I would
you
just
agreed
give
to
it
pay
you.
her $540?
I said I'll give her something because I felt bad.
Why would you tell somebody that you'll give her $540
I'm not
if you
saying
didn't
I'll give
get
her.
$540?
I'm not giving her $500. I said I'll give her something,
What's something?
like $100. Like
Why would you give her
$100.
more than what you picked up?
I felt
Unless
bad.
you feel guilty.
I'm not. If
Right,
I
you
had
know, I
that,
know you
if
feel
I
bad.
had that, I would. If I had that money, I would have just gave it to her for this whole thing to go away. If I had it on me, I even offered to her to get a female police officer to search my car, search everything on me. She was like, "Oh, there's no need for that. I can understand this is a misunderstanding."
So does it make sense that the defendant would have given more money back to the plaintiff than the plaintiff actually dropped? Does that make any sense?
Absolutely not.
I mean, is it proof that this chick may be a thief?
Yeah, I mean, if she wanted to give her extra money, she would have just done it on a separate situation.
And final word.
Yeah, I think she stole it. I think she stole it.
I'm thinking the same thing you guys are. Going inside the courtroom.
So now you tell her, I'll make more payments on something I don't know, because you feel sorry for her because she's got a sob story. You then try to collect from her, and she never has the money.
No, I only text her. She said that I harassed her. I only text her one time, and I said, Megan, it was September 14th. It was like 6 o'clock. So I said, Megan, are you going to give me the money back or not? So she didn't text me back. So I was like, I guess that's a no. So I was like, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I have to take the small claims court because I need my money. So she texted me back. She said, oh, well, I see you in court.
Okay, now, according to you, you have a lawsuit against her, a counterclaim against her for $300 for harassment. Based on what?
She called my phone on a restricted number, acting like a police officer, and voicemail. And
Oh, yeah, let me hear that.
Hello, my name is McDaniel. I'm calling from the 6th Precinct. I want to know, have you contacted Ms. Brown about paying her the money back, the $400, if you agree with me to pay her? I just want to know, touch base with you to see if you are paying her this Friday, or when is this going to take place. Can you contact her and let her know so she could contact the lawyer to let us know if we're dropping the charges or not? Thank you. Have a good day.
Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. Why, out of desperation, trying to get your remaining $400? By the way, what did she had agreed to pay you $400?
No, she said that I will pay you in 2 weeks. So I was like, okay. And I waited and waited, and I never heard from her.
All right, here's where we are, folks. She's not the best witness in the world. But the thing that worries me the most is that I don't usually find that humanity says, I didn't take any more money than this. This is all the money I took. Here, have it. But I'll tell you what, I'll pay you back triple or quadruple what it is that I'm paying you. Now you're doing the Michael Jackson moonwalk on me and telling me that all you said was something. Something. Oh, what does something mean? You know? But then you're saying, oh, okay, I get paid in 2 weeks and blah, blah, blah. That doesn't sound like somebody who feels that she's being unjustifiably pinned with the entire amount. All right? I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $440 remaining. That's my verdict. You need to understand something, too. This is a civil court. It's not a criminal case. It's not beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt, which there is not proof of. It's just by a preponderance of the evidence. Is it more likely than not? And I think it's more likely than not that when you're taking a bunch of money that really isn't yours, that it might have been the whole amount of the money. On your counterclaim against her, 0.
So the judge finds some holes in the defendant's story. Come on out here on the losing end of this case. What's going through your mind now?
I never said I was going to give her $400. I said I was going to give her a little something because I felt bad.
Felt bad about what?
That she lost her money. And
What do you think happened to the rest of the money?
I think she either still has it or she dropped it somewhere else.
All right, right around the corner there. Let's see what the plaintiff has to say. Step on in here, Officer McDaniel. How do you know she got all that money?
Because no one would agree to pay money back if they don't have it. If I didn't have the money, I wouldn't say I'll pay you back.
All right, don't be dropping your money out in public.
I'm sorry.
Harvey?
Okay, look, the defendant is clearly lying here. But the fact is, if you do something that really goes against common sense, but it's real, you should send the other person an email just to protect yourself so that you can say, look, at the time I sent an email, this really is what happened. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, John Orr. He says he was waiting in his car for his wife while she was shopping, and all of a sudden he heard a big loud thud. The defendant's shopping cart got away from her and slammed into his car, denting it. The woman apologized and then said it wasn't her fault and tried to drive away. Huh? She still says it's the shopping center's fault her cart got away, but he begs to differ and is suing for the $545.13 it's going to take to repair his car. This is the defendant, Tracy Lindenmuth. She says the parking lot at the shopping center is so steep you could ski down it in the winter. Just as she was loading her belongings into her car with 3 screaming kids, a huge gust of wind from Hurricane Irene blew the cart down the hill and into the plaintiff's car, and there's no way it's her fault. She's accused of letting one get away.
Okay, John Orr, you are suing Tracy Lindenmuth?
Yes.
Lindenmuth, for $543.13 in damages to your car that you say happened as a result of her negligence. Tell me what's going on.
I was in a shopping center in the parking lot waiting for my wife who was shopping in Bye Bye Baby. And I'm listening to the radio, and suddenly there's a commotion on the side of my car. I hear something and feel something hit my car. And I turn to my right, and I can see the defendant kind of looking through the window at me with a shopping cart. And I got out of the car, walked around, looked at the damages, and she was very apologetic. She said she was very sorry and something about 3 kids, and she was getting them in the car. She had a big box. And
How old are your kids?
11, 9, and 20. It was 20 months at the time.
Okay.
And taking the box out, the car got away from her, and it kind of ran up against the side of my car.
Okay.
And it's a 2010 RAV4, and it has no other damage in it.
Do you have a picture of the damage?
Yes, I do.
May I see it?
You want all the pictures or just?
All the pictures. Oh, what else could you have pictures of but the damage? I mean, you're not going to show me pictures of like your kids or grandkids or something, right?
Well, I could, but.
What?
Actually, I have pictures of the parking lot to show that it's relatively flat.
Well, what's this a picture of? Her?
That's a picture of her backing up when she was leaving.
Okay, so when you talk to her, what happens?
Well, as I said, she apologized, and as I was looking at the scratch, I was feeling it with my thumbnail to see how deep it was, and I heard her car start up, and she was kind of getting ready to leave. And I knocked on the window, and I said, "Look, are we done here?"
Was she parked in the car next to yours?
She was parked right next to me.
Right next.
Right next to me. And I asked her if we were done, and she said, "Well, yeah." I said, "Well, I have an 18-inch scratch in my car. Who's going to pay to fix this?" And she said it wasn't her fault. No, it's not my fault. It's the parking lot's fault.
Okay.
And I said, "Well, I think it's your fault." And she said, "Well, I don't." And I said, "Well, I'd like to pursue this." And she gave me her information. And I contacted her a couple times. So I asked her if she wanted to do this, and she said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I'll see you in court."
All right. What's going on?
Okay, I was shopping in Bye Bye Baby with my kids. I was coming back, I put the kids into the car, and just, I had them in the car, and I opened up my trunk, I was putting the bag in the car, and right when I was putting the trunk down, I looked over and my cart was rolling.
Okay.
And I took like 3 steps to go get it, and I grabbed the cart, but it was too late. And then he came out and,
Okay. I'm sorry, whose fault would it be then?
Whose fault?
You don't think it's your fault?
Well, no, because, it was really windy that day, and I have pictures of the parking lot, and
Okay.
I
what?
I think that the parking lot's very hilly.
Okay.
And
But that's a parking
very
lot you were
steep.
walking on. You weren't
Yeah.
beamed there.
No,
you,
but my-
you were walking, so you knew how hilly it was when
Right.
you let go of the cart,
But my
right?
cart, I thought my cart was secure. It was sitting
Oh,
there.
I know you didn't
Yeah.
ram it into him to scratch his car.
Not
I
at
know you
all.
thought it was secure, but it turned out it wasn't. So what is your premise that is, if it's not your fault, whose is it? He just has to eat the scratch that happened because that kind of thing will
Well,
happen?
I thought, I did speak to Bye Bye Baby.
Uh-huh.
I talked to the manager there, and he told me that this happens quite a bit in their parking
Oh,
lots.
good. Well, then, so they're going to pay it, right? They told you they'd indemnify you?
So, is the defendant responsible even if the grade was steep?
I say yes.
Because?
Because they left it there, it's their fault.
And you get the last word.
Yes, definitely, because they left the shopping cart on a steep hill and it hit someone's car. They should give them the money.
Kind of stupid to do that, if you ask me, going inside the courtroom.
They told me
Do you have something from them saying that?
No, I have his card.
There's a surprise.
I know. Well, I went there and they said they couldn't give me anything in writing, but to have him contact the store, and I didn't have his information.
But
so
I don't
couldn't
understand.
even-
I know. I've been in your position. I have 3 children also. I think
Right.
the way you say she described it is I had 3 screaming kids. I always refer to my kids as 3 screaming kids, even when they're silent.
Well,
I refer to them as 3 screaming kids
well,
all the
when he
time. I don't know why, because that's just sort of my general impression of them. But you're putting your kids in the car. You've got your packages. You're getting them out. But then at some point you let go, and it starts to roll, and it gets to the other car and scratches the other car. Who do you think is going to be responsible but you?
Well, I put my package in the car, the trunk was closing, and I knew my cart was right next to me.
I know. One
and-
time I parked my car, and the person parked their car next to me. And, these shopping centers have a nasty tendency now to make the parking spaces smaller and smaller, like we're all driving mopeds, because they want more cars to park there. I have found that the smaller they make them, the more brazen people get where they just take 2 parking spaces, because we are not going to, we don't all, too many people drive big cars to be able to fit in those times. In fact, my small car doesn't fit in what's left between those 2. But I parked, and I was in a small car, in a regular car, not an SUV. The person parks next to me, and we're both going to the ATM, and she opens up. This has not happened to me once, it's happened to me twice. But this one person really killed me, because the second person was apologetic. She opens up her car door and scratches my door. And I look at I look at her, I walk out, and there's a scratch on my car. She goes, well, that'll happen. I said, I know that'll happen, but you're the one it happened with. She's like, well, that'll happen. And then I just made a decision to eat it. It was a small scratch. I didn't feel like waiting for the police. But he's made a decision not to eat it. It is not a small scratch. It is a scratch that spans about 18 inches of his car. If not you, then who? If you feel that the place is steep, then you need to then sue Bye Bye Baby, and tell them that they have a negligent parking lot that they should know that you're going to let go.
Well,
and that it's going to roll.
I have the weather report from that day, too, and it was gusty winds and downfalls. And
Did you know it was windy? You're out there and it's windy, right?
Yeah.
That's your premise. Okay. So if you know it's windy, why do you let go of the cart?
Well, the downfall happened, like, while I was in Bye Bye Baby.
You really believe it's not your fault?
No.
That you do, right?
I don't believe it's my fault.
I don't understand whose fault you could think it is.
I always put my carts back where they belong.
Well, then why'd you let...
That's my first thing. I was closing my trunk, and then the cart return was like 2 spots down. I was just about to go do that, and my cart started rolling.
Okay.
I mean,
and it rolled all the way to the next car.
I looked into comprehensive.
And scratched it.
I'm sorry?
And it rolled all the way to the next car and scratched it. And what were you saying? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I looked into insurance. I have a friend that works at Geico, and she said, you know, it's a comprehensive claim that...
Listen. The question is not, can he go through his insurance? Yes, he could.
Right.
If he has that kind of insurance, which is not mandatory to buy.
Right, I know.
He could go. He chooses not to because he knows exactly who did this to his car and he wants you to. What we have here is you feeling it's not your fault for letting go of the cart. And the reason you are saying it's not your fault is you're saying, it was windy, that's not my fault. You know it's windy. It was pitched, so it's not my fault. You know it's pitched. You just walked over that line. If you feel that it is someone else's fault, then it is going to be your responsibility to persuade a court of law in the lawsuit that you file against them. Good luck on that. Because the problem that we have in this country is exactly the little microcosm of what's happening right now. Who the heck's fault is it going to be but yours when it was in your hands and you let go? It's not going to be the designer of the city planner. It's not going to be the county for allowing them to pitch the parking lot. You think that Bye Bye Baby did not have a government permit to build that parking lot? Do you think that anything, I mean, this is insanity. It happens. It's called an accident. It's an accident, and it happens. It's not, nobody thinks you're an evil person. I just can't believe you're not taking responsibility for it. $543.13, verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, the that'll happen defense didn't go too well for you, did it?
No, it didn't.
Did you really think you could win it by passing the blame to who knows who?
I was a little disappointed. I thought because of the weather and everything that I had a chance.
Yeah. Well, what do you think now?
I'm a little disappointed.
You accept blame? It's your fault? It's your fault?
I guess I can accept blame.
Yeah, we just pulled a tooth out of you, right?
Right, yes.
See. Okay. All right, head right down there, okay? Wow. So, how you doing here?
I'm doing great now.
All right.
Doing great.
Well, how tough was this to deal with? It wasn't her fault. Didn't you see the pitch on the thing?
Well, you know what? No, everybody gets dents and scratches in your car from parking lots, but
that'll happen.
You're never in the car when it happens.
Why couldn't you just let it go? That'll happen, like the judge did when it happened to her.
She wouldn't accept it was her fault. She just said, it's not my fault. Whose fault is it?
She finally did, right?
Well, now she knows whose fault it was.
Yes. What do you got for us, Harvey?
Okay, you know, there's such a thing as a design defect where the shopping center might be responsible if it's really a dangerous situation, but it is simply not the case here.
This is the plaintiff, Jerry Hill Posner. She says the defendant, a flim-flam jeweler, sold her a fake Cartier watch, and she's fuming mad about it. She paid full price for an authentic Cartier, and the defendant would have gotten away with it, but it stopped working. And once an authorized Cartier repairman opened it, the fake was revealed. She's suing for $5,000, the amount she's due. This is the defendant, Stephen. He says he doesn't believe the watch in question today is the watch he sold the plaintiff. They've been in business for 13 years and have never, ever sold a fake watch. He'll say it over and over again. He does not sell or work on fake watches. End of story. He's accused of ticking off a customer.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Jerry Posner, you are suing Stephen. You've asked us not to use your last name or the name of the jewelers. So Stephen, and you are the owner of
Yes.
the jewelry store.
Yes.
Okay, for $5,000 for selling a counterfeit Cartier tank watch to you some years ago. All right, what's going on?
Well, March 17th, 2003, my long-awaited gift of a Cartier watch was going to come to pass.
Gift from whom?
From my husband.
Okay.
And we went to the mall and found a jewelry store that sold the watch. We spoke with the gentleman there, the owner, and we bought the watch. And the next day or two after that, the stem pulled out of the watch as I was trying to set it. Although it was an automatic watch and I really shouldn't have had to have done that, I did. And I bought the watch back to him, and he said no problem. He would fix it. He gave me a little ticket. I took the ticket.
Now, it wasn't actually this gentleman who you dealt with, right?
No, it wasn't him.
Okay, go on.
I believe it was his father, from what he
Okay.
told me. And he gave me the ticket. I picked the watch up a couple of days later, and the same thing happened a half a dozen more times. And he was very nice.
Throughout the course of
Throughout
the
the
last 7, 8 years?
No, this was a short period of time. And then he suggested to me, he said that actually he could send the watch back to Cartier, but it would take months. Or I could buy this automatic watch winder, and when I wasn't wearing my watch, I could put my watch on it, and it would just automatically keep the watch winding. So I did, and it really didn't have another problem with the watch. It never really kept good time until...
But it looks really...
It looked great.
Killer.
Okay, it was killer. And...
How much did you pay for the watch?
The watch was $2,400.
Okay.
And then when I guess it was May of this past year, 2010, I was with my girlfriend, who's a jeweler in Fort Lauderdale, where I live, and the watch, again, the stem, it stopped, and I went to pull the stem out, the stem pulled out again, and this time the second hand fell off. So she said, you know what, we'll just take it by the store. We'll have my watchmaker, who's certified to look at and repair Cartier as well as other fine watches. And when we brought the watch in, he said, I can't work on this watch. It's a fake. It's a copy.
Did he do that just by looking at it, or did he open it up?
No, he opened it up.
And confirmed that it was in fact a fake?
Correct.
You've had the watch since 2003. When you learned that it was a fake, what did you do?
I went to the jewelry store. They had changed their location. They were now inside the mall. I guess business was good. And I asked if the owner was there, and he said that he was the owner. I said, well, is there another gentleman that was here? And he said, well, that must have been my father. I said, well, is he here? And he was deceased.
Okay.
So I asked him to take a look.
Do you have the original receipt from the purchase of the watch?
I have the original receipt.
Did you show it to him?
Yeah, I bought everything. I bought the watch, I bought everything that I have here today.
And that's the watch? The box that the watch came in, the manual and everything else that came with the watch.
Right, the stamp from...
certificate of authenticity papers, and the receipt from their store.
Correct.
And did you bring him proof that the watch was fake, or you didn't need to?
Well, no, I didn't need to, because I said to him, I bought this watch from, here, and it's not real. It's not a genuine Cartier watch. And he said to me, you didn't buy that watch here. And he took the watch and he looked at it and he said, well, it is a copy, it is a fake, but we do not deal in fake watches. We are reputable. And he pointed to a sign that said something, and I said...
We are reputable? What did the sign say?
That they sell Cartier and other fine... It's a beautiful store, although I was treated like I was a criminal. And
Why do you say that?
Because he started using vernaculars...
Such as?
Words that I just don't, I don't use.
I want to know what you're saying. That's your conclusion. I don't know if you're being sensitive or if...
No.
Okay, so I need to know what you're...
swear. He was saying, you need to get, that out of here, and other words in an open store.
Okay.
And
were there other customers?
There were other people, but they were off to the side.
Were they hearing?
I don't know how they could have not heard it.
And so what did you do after that?
So I said, look, a productive member of society. I live in the same house for 16 years. I don't make a habit of buying things and then bringing it back 7 years later and saying it's counterfeit. It's not what I do. And all I want to do is get what I paid for. Can you work with me? And he would not work with me. He told me I'd have to sue him, and that
So
when
you
I
obliged.
did...
Okay, so here we are. She sued you, and so talk to me. Tell me your side.
I'm kind of in shock from the whole thing. I
you-
didn't sell
can you,
her the watch.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I didn't sell her the watch originally. And I remember from a year and a half ago that it was like a 1-minute conversation that she came into my store, and she basically said, I want a new watch.
Okay.
And I said, if you're claiming that, I never used any swear words or nothing to her. It was only, I vaguely remember it being just a 1-minute conversation. I said, if you're claiming that that is a fake watch, we did not sell you that. We have never sold a fake
Okay, but
watch.
you know by looking at it that it's the fake?
No, I never opened it or anything.
You never... A
I never-
customer's telling you that something happened, that
But
this
she
is what
was-
happened,
she
that
was
you told me there, and
accusing
you didn't
me-
open it to see it?
No, because she was accusing me that it was a fake watch.
Right.
And I said,
And you didn't open it to take a look to see if it was a fake watch? Is this a
No.
fake watch? You tell me. Go ahead. You can bring it over.
some of them are hard to tell until you do open it.
He did
You
take
have
the
this-
watch. He did take the watch from
Hold on
me.
a second. You have the statement from the Cartier certified jeweler who opened it
Yes.
up and said it was fake, right? May I see that? I mean, I don't want you to do something you're not comfortable doing. If you don't have the skill to look at that and tell if it's fake or real, then just say so.
Not from just looking at it.
Okay.
And I would have to open up the watch and look at the inside
Did
of
you
it.
ever offer to open up the watch while you had a customer telling you all this stuff?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
Even, it didn't. Never got that
Did
far.
she
because
bring you the certificate from the
No.
other place? Okay.
I've been in business for 14 years, and nobody has ever even accused me of anything like this. I sell thousands of watches. I even sell watches on the internet through eBay, where there's a lot of people looking to take advantage of people, and I've never even been
I'm not
accused
saying-
of
Hold on.
anything
This
like
is not your
this.
turn. Go ahead.
Now, the reason why I'm saying that this is not my watch is when we sell a brand new watch, we write a receipt, then we write the customer's name and the sales date on the warranty. And if you can plainly see on the receipt, it says the watch was bought March 17th, 2003, and on this warranty, it's dated December 12th, 2002.
Right. What is it's not a warranty that your store provided.
This
What
is
you're
not
looking
our
at-
store warranty.
That's
no.
right. That's a store in South America.
No, it says,
Yes,
it
it
looks
is.
like it says
Read
Barcelona.
Joyería. Does it say Barcelona? Because
Yeah.
I saw it saying
It says
store. When I
Barcelona.
ran it on the computer, Joyería da Oro,
No, it says Barcelona.
San Ignacio, CA. It gave me the store in South America. But you're telling me
I'm looking
that
at it here. It looks like it says
it's
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Okay. So what it looks
I don't know
like,
anybody in
well,
Barcelona.
you don't know anybody in Barcelona.
Yeah.
But what we have here, it sounds like, is a situation where someone bought it in Barcelona or so, wherever the heck it is, and sells it to your father, and your father sells it to her.
No,
Because that's
then
the
it-
only reason for the discrepancy. It's
then
not
it-
that she forged documents.
It would be a pre-owned watch, not a new
Well,
watch.
unless you sold it to your father, and your father had it there. That's I mean, what does that mean? Are you an authorized Cartier
No.
seller? Oh,
No.
okay. So then, how is it that you're even selling Cartier watches?
Well, we get them
From who?
authorized dealers.
Right. And so the authorized dealer is the foreign store that's on that warranty.
We do
That's
not-
why there's a date of 12/2, and then 3 months later, it's sold to her.
We do
What about
not-
that isn't supposed to jive? That receipt from your store is not forged.
No, nor does the receipt say that that is the watch that was bought.
What does the receipt say, and who fills out the receipt?
It does not have the serial number of that watch on my receipt.
What serial number does it have?
It doesn't have one.
Oh, okay. So, but I should hold that against her,
No.
that you guys didn't write a serial number on the sales receipt.
No, but how can you hold it against me?
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the fact that there's no serial number on the receipt, the defendant's saying that's not my problem. Is it his problem?
Yes, it's his problem.
Why?
Because he should take the responsibility for it.
Well, is it his responsibility if he's selling the watch?
It's his responsibility. He should be accountable for what he's selling.
So she gets the money back, and as far as the defendant sold a fake watch to her.
Yes.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
How can I not hold it against you? I have a receipt from your store selling the lady a Cartier. I have the Cartier. I know that it's fake because I have an affidavit from a certified Cartier dealer who says it's fake. I have the receipt is from your store. I mean, look. Okay, it says Cartier, it says Tank. It just doesn't have this. We didn't write a serial number, so we win, Judge. Are you kidding me?
How can you prove that that is the watch that I sold her in 8 years?
It's good enough for me.
But in 8 years?
I can't imagine she bought two $2,400 Cartier Tank watches from your store. It's probably this one.
She also said...
Sometimes when it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, you know what it is? It's a duck. You do understand that the proof is really insurmountable for you. She bought the watch from you, and the watch is a fake. And, I mean, you know, if your defense is going to be that's a real watch, I would imagine you'd take more than 30 seconds at a counter to tell her something more than what you said. You're like, oh, it was a 1-minute conversation a year and a half ago. Why should... In fact, one of the things you say in your answer to the complaint is the statute of limitations is passed, just so that we're clear. 6 years is a statute of limitation for a criminal case. It's absolute. 4 years is the statute of limitations for theft on a civil case. And it's 4 years that run from the date of the discovery. So if she was fooled until May of 2010, she has 4 years until from May of 2010.
Okay.
You are suing for $5,000. Why $5,000?
I can't replace the watch.
Why not?
Because if
I went on eBay and I found 6 watches that were used Cartier Tanks. I mean, because that's what, you know.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So $5,000 would be what? I know it's a statutory maximum, but what else?
Well, no, it's a replacement cost to buy a new, which is what I thought I was.
Okay.
Which actually it's $5,500, and I went on Cartier because you know what? To me, I don't want to buy anything unless I buy it from the Cartier store. I just feel like that way I'm absolutely sure to get a real watch.
Do you have proof that it's $5,000 to get the new
Yes, I went on their website. I actually called Cartier and asked them and spoke with them. I spoke with Mona from Cartier on 9/18.
See, I'm not sure that it's fair to tell you that it's a used watch because you never got what you paid for, which was a new watch. So it seemed, usually in this situation, I'm looking at the litigant saying you have to understand it's the depreciated value of the, but if you bought a new watch and never had one, then you never got to use the watch to depreciate it. Okay, it's actually more than $5,000. All right, was there anything else that you wanted to say?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't understand it because
I don't know
even
how
if she came
I
into
can
my
explain it better.
even if she came into my store a year and a half ago, why did she choose to sue me a year and a half later, not
She
back
can do
then?
that.
I don't know.
Not
After
that's
8 years, none of this makes sense to me.
You know, oh yeah, you want to answer him so he can sleep at night? Why did you wait a year and a half?
Well, you know, I had to put it all together, and
Okay, that's the answer. All right, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's my verdict.
Thank you.
Just a second, let's discuss that, because I'm not releasing this watch back to anybody. This is contraband, and so I'm disposing of it. Got it?
Let's see what the defendant has to say about this coming out on losing end of this case. What's your reaction to this?
I'm in disbelief.
You're shocked.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Yeah.
That your store would sell.
We did
that.
absolutely nothing.
How can you be so sure you didn't?
Because we don't buy watches from anybody like that. And if it was, it would have been listed as a pre-owned watch if we did buy it from the public.
So where'd she come up with this story then?
I have no idea.
Just made it up to get you?
I think so, yep.
All right, right around the corner there. Follow Officer McIntosh there. All right, come on in here. Why'd you make up this story just to nail him?
Oh, I couldn't make something up like this.
No?
No.
Well, you could, but...
You know, I just have better things to do with my time. I was really looking forward to getting a nice watch. And what I got was a fake, an imitation, and justice was served.
Do you buy that they didn't know about it?
You know, I think that it's possible that they bought the watch and didn't realize it, but over the 6 times that I brought it back to be repaired, I think somewhere in those 6 times they realized it and they didn't own up to it.
Harvey.
Here's the thing, this is not fraud, it's a mistake, but the mistake gives the plaintiff the right to undo the contract, pure and simple. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
These are the plaintiffs, Jay and Amy Nemery. They say they purchased a dining room table and chairs from the defendant's store, and the set was never delivered to them. Because of their large family, they were forced to purchase the same dining set from another, more expensive store and want the defendant to cover the difference for the more costly set. So they're suing for the $615.26 they're owed. This is the defendant, Spencer. He says this lawsuit is the most frivolous, ridiculous, and ludicrous lawsuit he's ever heard of. These plaintiffs are scammers in the worst way. Not only did they request a refund check made out to cash, they also have their credit card company reverse the charges. They're nothing more than common criminals, and he's sure the judge will agree. He's accused of not delivering.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Jay and Amy, how do I pronounce your last name?
Nemery.
Nemery?
Yes.
You are suing Spencer Company. You're the manager, actually. The company Spencer works for, right? You're not the owner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You don't want us to use a company name. You don't want us to use your name.
No, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. For $615.26, the price difference between a dining room set that you were going to...
table.
A kitchen table you were going to buy from them, and the price you ended up paying somewhere else. Okay,
Correct.
what happened?
We went searching for a new kitchen table and chair set. Our kids are getting older. We have an old, small set. So when their friends were over, we would normally stood at the table and ate, or at the counter and ate. Didn't have enough room. So we went to their store on March 12th, and we signed a contract to buy a larger table that had to be made, and we agreed on a price.
It had to be made or had to be ordered?
Well, ordered, but
Okay.
apparently the manufacturer makes them based on the
You
order.
can pick your color and the shape.
Okay, so it's custom made.
Right. We put half down with the agreement to pay the other half when the table was delivered to the store, and they were in turn delivered to us. And they estimated 8 to 10 weeks for delivery. And I have the signed contract with
May I see that?
with the initial deposit.
Okay.
On
Now, in this contract, one of the things that it says is delivery date and time is estimated and not guaranteed.
it does not say that actually, and
It
according
does say that. I just read it to you.
Okay.
What do you mean it doesn't say that?
It doesn't have 8 to 10 weeks on there.
Okay, but
In my disclaimer, Your
just a
Honor.
second. I wasn't talking to you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, according to you, they told you 8 to 10 weeks.
Correct.
Okay, I'll find out what they say they said in a minute. But I'm assuming the best case scenario for you, which is you're being honest, and they told you 8 to 10 weeks.
Correct.
Now I've read delivery date and time is estimated, not guaranteed. I knew it was going to say that before I looked for it because every furniture company has that in their contract. So you do see that it says it on the contract.
Understood.
Okay, so then what happened?
So on May 10th, Doug from the store, who was actually our salesperson, called us and said the table would be delivered to them on the 12th and in turn delivered to us on the 13th.
The 12th of what month?
May.
May.
Roughly 8 weeks.
Okay.
They charged our credit card for the difference.
Right.
And set up a delivery date for May 13th. On the 13th, they called not only the house phone, but the cell phone at 4:30, saying that the furniture didn't come in. And my wife asked them to reverse the credit card, the balance, which they refused to, saying that it would come.
Wait, they refused to, or they incompetently didn't?
No,
Which is it?
No,
he
they
refused
refused
to. He said it would be coming to the store that weekend. We would get delivery early next week.
Okay.
When I said it wasn't what we agreed to, when you received it, he said he couldn't do anything.
Okay.
So on May 16th now, I called the store at about 10:40 in the morning to find out about the table, because it's now Monday, when we're supposed to get it on Monday, and they were going to call me back, which they never did. When I called back in that afternoon, the phone was out of service. So I drove down to the store to find out, and Zach was there, and the phone's out of service, whatever, and he was going to find out more information and get back to me. On the 19th, I talked to the defendant.
Okay. To him. Okay, to
To him.
Spencer. All right, and what?
Who said that he personally unpacked the furniture, and it would be delivered on May 20th between 4 and 7 p.m. On that day, May 20th, he called again, the defendant called again at 3:55. Remember, our time frame for delivery was 4 o'clock to 7. 3:55, that the chairs were in, but not the table. So you're getting a little bit of a runaround here, what's actually in the store and what was unpacked, what's not unpacked.
All right, and your credit card had been billed on May
The 10th,
so
right.
10 days earlier. Okay.
Right. They said they were going to talk to the manufacturer and all that, and they would get back to us. On the 23rd now, the store asked the manufacturer's rep, a girl named Jennifer, to call us. And I asked her what happened, and all she would tell me was it was not the manufacturer's responsibility or the delivery, their delivery system who was responsible for this error. So I called Zach at the store, and I told Zach, I said, we have a problem here because your rep is telling us that basically they don't know about this order. And he says, I'm canceling the order.
That's not what they said, but that's odd. I agree. And then what?
Zach said, I'm canceling the order. We instructed
Is Zach here?
Yes.
Okay.
We instructed the credit card company to reverse the charges.
Okay. Did the credit card company reverse the charges?
Yes, they did.
And then you went out and you bought the same exact set somewhere else, which
Correct.
means you ended up having to wait another 8 to 10 weeks?
We bought it at another store
So you had to wait 8 to 10 weeks?
that the manufacturer's rep recommended.
So you had to wait 8 to 10
Yes.
weeks?
Right. We actually got it in 7 weeks.
Okay. And now they told you, did Zach ever tell you, I will straighten this out, it'll take
No.
another, he told
Absolutely
you,
not.
I'm canceling the order.
Correct.
And then you got your money back. And so now you've got, because you reversed the charges and the credit card voted for you.
Yes.
Right?
Well, they give
You
the-
are now
okay.
suing for the difference that you paid between one set and the other.
The difference in the manufacturer's increase in the price and the fact that the other Dinette store couldn't match their original price. And I
Okay.
do have...
Now, I
Okay.
have a question, all right? According to you, Zach told you, I'm canceling the order.
Correct.
Did you ever get an email from, did you have any of that in writing?
No.
No.
Okay. Zach, did you tell them I'm canceling the order?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. There's a surprise. All right. You tell me how that last conversation went.
I handled it.
By the way, this stuff is true that the
Right.
table just wasn't coming in.
Right, but I handled it, so Zach really can't.
Well, Zach,
because-
I want to know first, and then we'll back up.
Right.
Zach, what did you say in that conversation to them?
I said, let us find out what's going on, and we will get back to you. If you want to cancel the order, we have no problem with that. So we will refund your money. And
Don't coach him. And what?
that's pretty much it.
So what did he say? Yes, refund my money,
He said,
cancel the order? What did he
said,
say?
I'm going to stop by to the store, and I'll get a check. I said, no problem. I'll make a check for you. Then that's
Did
it.
you give them a check?
No,
Because what?
because he never came to the store.
And then what he did was he contested the credit card
Yeah,
charge?
he just refused the credit
Okay.
card charge.
Let me hear from you, Spencer.
All right, let me start from the beginning, because with all due respect, Zach's a little nervous, and I don't get nervous.
Zach did fine.
All
Don't
right,
be
well,
obnoxious
all right.
and just tell me your
All
side.
right. Mr. Nemery entered this contract on whatever date he said. We told him his table was coming in.
Is he your boss?
No, he's my boss.
You're his boss and he talks that way to you?
He's my boss. But again, he's a little nervous, and
He's
you know.
not a little nervous.
All right,
He has great courtroom demeanor other than shifting, and you've been obnoxious.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
please stop
All right.
correcting Zach's
I'm-
behavior. Zach is great.
Zach, you're great.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Spencer.
Thank you, your judge. All right, so what happened was Mr. Nemery came in, he bought the table. We told Mr. Nemery 8 to 10 weeks, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, there was a lack of communication between the company that Mr.
company.
Nemery bought, because Zach was informed by the company that this invoice was on the truck. So he told the salesperson, please call your customer, product is coming in tomorrow, let him make payment so we can deliver it on Friday.
Right, which all ended up being incorrect.
All incorrect, exactly. So, but, all right, so Mr. Nemery came in, started, getting a little loud, starting to, push his weight around. I better get a call, trying to throw his weight around, which, I don't know why he would do something like that.
Because
but,
he's frustrated and you guys still aren't delivering the
We were
table.
frustrated as well, because again, we were informed that the product was on the truck, Your Honor. Had we not been informed, we'd have not called the customer and said, make payment.
Did you ever call them, Spencer, and say, I personally unwrapped your order?
Yes.
Why did you do that if you didn't see the table?
Well, because what I had done, I had just started there working for Zach,
Oh,
okay?
you're very bossy, opinionated,
Yeah,
and
I am.
territorial
So what can I
for
tell
a
you?
guy who just got on
Yeah.
the scene a
Well,
month and a half ago.
right, well, Zach wasn't
You're
a-
insulting your boss in my courtroom.
Sorry, boss.
You're like large and
sorry.
in charge. You're not that nice to the customer.
No.
And you just started working there. Let me see
What
that.
happened was I saw some chairs that were the same model as Mr. Nemery, so I took the onus to call the customer and tell him, I see that your product's here, to make it nice.
So now you find out you've botched it again. Your firm has
Right,
botched
we
it for a
botched it
second
again.
time, and that
Right.
you're telling them their stuff is here when it's not.
Right, and when, again, with all due respect, we were told it was going to be on that truck, and all we were trying to do was take care of the situation as professionally as can. We offered to lend Mr. and Mrs. Nemery a table and chairs until the table come in, where I have other invoices from other customers where I've done that this week, where customers are very, very happy with our service.
Did they offer to lend you a table and chairs in the meantime?
They didn't directly say it. Through the manufacturer's rep, they offered it to us.
Why, and out of curiosity, since you ended up having to wait another 7 weeks with the
We
next
still
one,
had our table.
We still had our small
We
table.
hadn't gotten rid of our table and chairs, so we had a place to eat. I didn't need somebody else's.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it a good, who has a job here? Good idea to boss your boss around?
Absolutely not.
Do you do it?
I wish I could, but no.
You just take orders?
I do.
What about you? You raise your hand.
No, I don't.
You do not boss your boss around?
Correct.
Okay. What about you? Do you boss your boss around?
Hell yeah, boss my boss around.
Do you really? You think it's a good idea?
Nah, sometimes. It pays off sometimes.
No, it doesn't pay off sometimes. Going inside the courtroom.
The issue's not a refund. You've already gotten a refund from your credit card company, and they're not fighting that. The issue is the extra money you had to pay somewhere else. And the extra money you had to pay somewhere else is something that I pin on them and make them pay you if I find that they breached. Now, I have to tell you, if I were in your shoes, I would cancel with them because I would rather pay more somewhere else than have, and the odd part is the boss is nodding. I would rather pay somewhere else and get my table than spend my precious time nursing the issue of the delivery of this table with people who are clearly incompetent to go ahead and promise this back to you, okay, by a certain date. I wouldn't trust them either, but you have a problem. And the problem is, I didn't enter into this contract, you did. You don't have much of a choice. Every furniture contract is like this. But you enter into a contract that says that delivery dates aren't guaranteed. And the only way I can give you that $615 and order them to pay it is if they breached. How can I ever find them in breach in week 10 for not delivering when delivery dates aren't guaranteed? If it was week 15, 16, 17, okay. But you're still within, like by hours, the end date that is not guaranteed according to the contract you entered into. I can't do that. I can't order them to pay the difference. That's something that's going to end up being on you. I find this distasteful, I have to tell you. But my hands are tied based on the contract that you signed. Verdict for the defendant.
Well, the contract the plaintiff signed was still valid at the time you canceled, therefore it's on you. So what's your reaction to that outcome? You
I
understand
don't agree
that?
with the verdict, and I will never do this business with that company again.
Well, those are two different thoughts. I can understand.
Thoughts running through our heads.
I mean, the verdict is the verdict. That's the law, you know. But
Business is business, too,
Yeah.
and that's the way they run their business.
you have a choice there.
I won't be dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be recommending to our friends that they don't deal with them either.
All right, so they lose a customer over this, and so that's their
Or
punishment.
2 or 10.
Okay, and you have to eat the cost. All right, head around the corner. Let's see if that's okay with you. All right, come on in here. It's like step on up a little bit. What's your feeling? Okay, so they have to pay, but how do you think you look in this whole thing?
Honestly, I think that I come out on the plus side because, as I said, things happen in business. Some things are beyond our control.
All right, when he comes up for review, you're the boss. What's the review of your employee here?
It's a great job. I mean, sometimes mistakes happens, and he did a great job. So,
all right, good job, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, if you cancel an order on the phone, I am telling you, even if the other person says it's okay, send a confirming email so you have proof of what you did. It's so easy for the other person to say, never said it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Peter Scalcione. He says the defendant let go of her shopping cart at the supermarket parking lot, and the thing gained ramming speed and hit his new car, causing extensive and very upsetting damage. When he confronted the defendant, the guy drove off, yelling "buzz off" out the window of his speeding car. What a loser. He's suing for $289.13, the cost of repairing the damage to his car. This is the defendant, Frank Cavalluzzi. He says the plaintiff's claiming he caused damage to his car, but he says it was the guy's own wife squeezing her shopping cart between parked cars that did it. The plaintiff's trying to pin the blame on him because he's too cheap to get his own darn car fixed and is just looking for a patsy to pay his bills. Ha! He ain't nobody's patsy. He's accused of letting one get away.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
welcome.
Peter Scalzioni?
Yes.
You are suing Frank Cavalluzzi for $289.13 in damages that you say you sustained to your vehicle when a passenger in his car let go of a shopping cart.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what happened.
My wife and I were exiting from the ShopRite supermarket, and our car was parked directly opposite the exit. It was parked in a handicapped area, and his car was blocking the front end of the my car.
Can you come over? Will this diagram help you to explain how it happened?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
This is the...
That's the exit.
Yeah, this...
Okay. Okay. So he's there rather than getting a parking space. And so what happens?
We came out and we saw the car blocking, but the rear of my car was showing.
That car there?
Yeah, this car.
Okay.
And we started going this way, and we noticed that a woman was loading her car, and she was parked that way. She apparently had finished loading her car.
So is your car still parked?
My car's still parked.
Okay.
What happened is she just let it go.
Where's her cart? Where's she holding it? On the island?
On the island, yeah.
But the island has grass underneath?
No, it's just...
Oh, no, it's just painted?
It's just a painted
I
island.
gotcha.
And there's a slight slope, and as it started to roll down, I yelled, and my wife yelled, to grab the cart, and she didn't move.
So it ends up hitting your car where?
In the rear.
In the rear.
It came at an angle, and it gouged rather than cause a scratch because there was some protrusion of the cart, and it took off some of the other coatings.
Okay, do you have pictures?
Yes.
May I see it?
Yes.
No, you don't have pictures of the gouge.
Not pictures of the gouge, but pictures
Wait, you don't have pictures of what you're suing for?
No.
No, because...
Why not?
Because the supermarket manager took photos of it.
Yeah, why don't you take photos of it?
I didn't have a camera at the time.
You're telling me you don't have any pictures of the damage you're talking about?
No, ma'am. I have a receipt.
And when you say
from
that
the
somebody
body
else
shop.
was courteous enough to take pictures for you, did you go get them from him for court today?
They wouldn't release them to us because they said it went to the ShopRite supermarket law department.
Okay. Now, tell me what happens when you say lady, you know.
All right. Well, my wife is the one who spoke
Come on
with...
up.
Yeah.
I confronted her and I showed her how the cart hit the...
Wait, when you just went like that, is that the lady who...
That's the lady.
Oh, that's
yes.
the lady?
Yes, that's the lady. And I said to look what you've done to the car, and she said, I didn't do that. And I said, ma'am, I saw you do it. I was coming out with my cart. I saw you do it. And I showed her where it hit it, and she chose some expletive words to tell me where to go.
Such as? Go ahead, we'll go. That's what she said to you.
That's what she said.
Okay.
And I said to her, as a matter of fact, I said to her, I would love to meet your children to see what kind of people they are. And I said to her, but ma'am, I saw you do it. And
even after she said that to you, you're saying, but ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I saw you do it. And he then said my husband said to the gentleman, to Mr. Cavalluzzi, can we exchange information? And he turned around and he said, no. He said to the woman, he said, but your wife, he said, that's not my wife. So he said, well, whoever it is, she just banged, she hit my car. And he said to the woman, get in the car, let's get the hell out of here. And they took off like a bat out of hell.
And you took the driver's license number?
Yes.
And you called the police?
Yes.
And you got his information?
Yes.
No. Welcome. What happened? Come on up. Tell me what happened.
An exaggeration to a lie.
Okay.
You, him?
Go ahead.
She's speaking to me.
Well, actually, first I was asking him, then I'll ask you.
First of all, I never said anything to this man.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, my car never touched the cart. She was between the cart and my car.
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't interrupt you.
No.
Don't talk.
Let me tell you who's in control here.
Don't talk.
There's only one person in control, and she's wearing a black dress.
Okay. My car never touched the cart or his car.
Okay.
There was no contact whatsoever.
Okay.
And he's claiming I said, what the hell? I didn't ever said 2 words to this man.
Okay.
I just said
What
to
did you
her.
say? When he says, wait, she let go of a cart, it hit my car, I'd like to exchange information,
They
what'd you
were
say?
carrying on like it was, so it was scaring her. They scared her.
Wait, he was carrying on like it was what? What did he say?
The world was coming to an end, the hollering or whatever with her. And I see she was frightened. I told her, get in the car. That's all I said. I said, get in the car. I
What,
got
to
in the
do
car.
what?
Excuse me?
You told her to get in the car and then you drove off.
Yeah. I told
But
her.
you know that he says that she damaged his car. Why wouldn't you wait for the police and just
she
let them
didn't-
sort it out?
She was scared. She was hollering for me. So I said, get in the car. I let them
And you
do what
drove
they
off?
wanted to do. Yeah.
Because you were hoping that it wouldn't come to this. You didn't know he'd take your license plate down. You thought you'd just get away.
First of all, I don't know how they got my license plate.
But they did,
Number
didn't
two,
they?
I don't know how they got
Because you're the
my
guy who
name.
was there.
Excuse me?
Apparently, he was pretty swift because you are the guy who was
That's
there.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You weren't fast enough. He was a little faster than you when you were trying to flee. All right, you tell me, what
He's
happened
speedy.
there, ma'am?
What do you want from
What's
me?
the relationship between you two?
We're
friends.
Friends, okay. And what happened? What's your name?
My name is Jeanette.
Jeanette what?
Just Jeanette.
You don't want to use your last name?
No.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's fine.
As I'm wheeling the cart out of the supermarket, all of a sudden, I realized the cart slipped out of my hand for a split second. Well, trust me, I caught it. My hands are the strongest part of my body. I caught it. So I said, oh my God. I said, I could have hurt some car, So I go to turn around. I'm going to bring the pack. I only had 2 bags. I was going to put them in the car, Frank's car. All of a sudden, I go to turn around again, and I got 2 faces in my face, screaming their bloody
If your
head
car
off.
didn't hit the car, then why did they need to repair it, and why are they screaming at you, saying they just saw it hit the car?
Excuse me, that's their say-so. I'm telling you it didn't
Right,
hit
so
the car.
tell me then
They're
why they
telling
would
you-
do it if it didn't hit the car.
I'm sorry.
Why are they so mad if the cart never hit the car and you saved
I
the
had
day
no
and grabbed
idea.
it in time?
I had no idea what they were even referring to. I had no
but
idea,
you just told me
Your
how the
Honor.
cart got away from you.
Excuse me, I had no idea that these people were assuming that I hurt their car. I didn't do anything
But
to
weren't
their
they
car.
telling you you let go of the cart and the cart hit the car?
I admit that I let go of the cart, but
Right.
I caught it in time. The amount
Can you stay behind the
from
microphone?
the car.
Can you stay behind the microphone, though?
I'm sorry.
That's
The
okay.
amount from the car to the cart, okay, is about this.
Did you see the
much.
scratch?
I didn't see anything.
Did they show you the scratch?
Well, they tried to show me something, but they were doing so much screaming, I didn't see anything.
So did they ask you to look at the scratch and you wouldn't?
No, that's not what happened, no.
So when they asked you to look at the scratch, did you walk over and see the scratch?
Yeah, I was there. I was right in front of the car.
Okay, so you saw the scratch?
No, I didn't see any scratch.
Okay, so they're pointing to something and there's no scratch. There's no
No,
damage
I
at all. It's
didn't.
all in
Your
their head.
Honor-
Okay. Did you ever curse at her while you were out there?
No, I didn't. I never. I'm mortified that that woman said that.
Okay.
The only thing I kept saying to him.
The only thing, let me tell you
who
what's
are
got me
these
worried.
people?
Let me tell you what's got me worried. According to you, the cart, you let go of the cart, but you caught it in time, and there is no scratch, and they're totally fabricating it. But then you both flee, figuring that'll be the end of it because they'll never catch you. And then they catch you because they wrote down your license plate.
Well, that's not what I thought.
What'd you think? Why
I
didn't you
didn't
guys
know
just
we
wait
were
for the
fleeing.
police?
I didn't realize we were fleeing. Because I didn't
Well,
think
you
we
have
did
a guy
anything.
saying you've damaged my car. Can we please exchange information?
I know, but Your Honor, I didn't realize we were fleeing from anything because I didn't think we did anything. And that's the truth.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the defendant flees the scene. Is that kind of evidence of guilt?
It makes you look guilty. Yes.
You think so?
I mean, not really. Because, like, if you weren't a part of it, really.
Why should you stay?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? You're going to be the tiebreaker.
I think you're guilty if you leave.
Guilty conscience.
Yeah.
Okay, got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you actually have the car repaired? You said I had the car repaired and I didn't take pictures. So did you get? Let me see the car repair. What year car is this?
It's
brand new.
2010.
2010 Honda Accord?
A Honda Accord, yes.
Is there any damage to that area beforehand? I guess
No,
no,
it was
because they
brand
say
new.
there
It only
was.
had
They say
3,000.
so it was pristine, so I guess not.
It was in pristine condition.
Okay. According to the police report, Mr. Cavalluzzi told the police officer that he was in the parking lot and a female friend of his was pushing the shopping cart that struck the complainant's car. He refused to identify his female friend to the assigned. He was then provided with a police report number. Oh, Mr. Cavalluzzi. All right. Here's what we got, okay? Jeanette, we have a choice. You are standing here today. He did not sue you. He sued Frank.
That's exactly.
And I understand that. Even though I don't like how you live your life, Mr. Cavalluzzi, I think you're a little less than honorable, refusing to answer police questions, sneaking out instead of giving the guy your information.
I didn't sneak out.
Well, yeah, you did. And then proof that you did is how you then tell the police, I'm not telling you, I'm not identifying my friend. Oh, come on, you know. Regardless of all that, Mr. Cavalluzzi didn't do anything in the case. He just has a parked car. No. Legally speaking, he has zero liability. Now, Jeanette, we have one of two things that we can do now, okay? I can send him away. Frank wins. You got to go sue Jeanette. Or you're here now, the testimony's all out, and we can take care of it here today if you will agree to be amended onto the lawsuit so that it can just be over today. Would you like to agree to be amended as a defendant so we can just get this over behind us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And I assume that's what you want to do.
Yes, it has to be.
Of course.
It has to
All right.
I'm not letting you
Based
go.
on what I have heard, I do
You don't
find
get
in
involved
favor of the
in all
plaintiff against only Jeanette and not against Frank Cavalluzzi. And I find in your favor in the remaining amount of your expenses of $289.13. Okay? Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
All right, so everything's taken care of now. This case is over. Unfortunately, you come out, step right next to me, Jeanette, and tell me how you feel about losing this case this way.
Well, you know, I'm a firm believer, be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether you win or you lose, you got to be honest. And as far as I'm concerned, half these people weren't, but that's okay.
All right. Head right around the corner this way.
Thank
Good luck to you. Take care now. All right, so come on in here. Step right in next to me here. What's your feeling here?
I've had my day in court.
Yeah. Is there any doubt about this thing? Are you sure that shopping cart did that damage? I mean, they're adamant.
Yes, they did. It could have been settled amicably.
Could have been settled amicably if she had only said, "I'm sorry."
Instead
I
of-
made him instead of. I mean, if she had taken responsibility, had she been honest, I would have probably and just said, "I'm really sorry. It was an accident."
Mm-hmm.
Human being to human being, it would have been a very different story.
Okay, Harvey.
You know, taking pictures of your car at the scene before it's moved is really important. So if your phone doesn't have a camera on it, you should put a little camera, a disposable camera in your glove compartment. It is so valuable to have. You never know when you're going to need it. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.